Aiden, that's a cool ski helmet.
Epic, right?
It's totally cool and totally appropriate. Our next laureate developed the game-changing Epic Pass, making the sport more accessible. Under his leadership, he grew Vail Resorts from 5 resorts to 41. He also oversees the Katz Amsterdam Foundation to support nonprofits in mountain communities.
Now that's what I call epic.
Let's learn more about the epic accomplishments of Rob Katz.
He had a clear vision for the future, and I don't think any of us could have imagined or believed the extent to which his vision stretched. And not only this grand vision for what we could become as a company and what we could build, his leadership was transformational for the company.
Robert Katz was born in New Rochelle, New York in 1967 and went to the University of Pennsylvania.
When I graduated there with a finance degree, wound up going into investment banking at a firm called Drexel Burnham.
When Drexel Burnham went bankrupt, Rob joined then startup Apollo Management.
One of the first investment opportunities that we looked at was a company called Gillette Holdings. One of the companies within that was what was then called Vail Associates.
Shortly after, Rob joined the board of directors at Vail Resorts.
In 2006, my predecessor left, and at that point a couple of board members approached me and said, "Is this something you'd be interested in?" And even though I was super passionate about Vail's product, I also knew that there were a lot of challenges within the ski industry. Like, it wasn't a simple business whatsoever.
Rob was named CEO in February 2006, and on that same day, the company announced it was moving its headquarters from Avon to Broomfield.
He has the ability to see 10 steps ahead and not just what should be done, but what could be, and inspire the entire organization.
Only one pass can be this epic.
And I think we came up with this idea about making a trade with our skiers and riders, which was to make skiing less expensive, much less expensive, if people would commit before the season started.
In 2008, Rob and his team developed the revolutionary Epic Pass, which provides unprecedented access and value.
We immediately sold tons and tons of passes, huge numbers, because everybody thought it was a mistake.
To have that revenue committed in advance in a non-refundable season pass completely changed the business dynamics with that stability.
The company is now thinking about how to take that and build on it, right, in terms of making sure the sport is open and accessible to all communities.
Vail Resorts now has 41 owned and operated mountain resorts. When I first started in 2011, we had 5.
We really said, listen, we should create a real effort throughout the company, which we wound up calling Epic Promise, which is really kind of our promise back to the communities.
Rob was also committed to gender diversity in Vail's leadership.
It was truly a male-dominated industry.
You can't stand up and say that you're the best at what you do in the world if your people aren't the best. And so Rob was highly committed and very personally committed to that development journey.
One of the most challenging times in Rob's career was when the COVID-19 pandemic hit Colorado in early March 2020.
Rob really stepped up in COVID. I mean, this was an unprecedented circumstance. They were major philanthropic partners for the state, also really worked with the state to make sure that we were one of the very first states to reopen our ski areas in a safe way.
The success of Vail Resorts produced an enormous financial return as well.
And Alana and I decided that we were going to take that wealth that we got back from Vail Resorts and actually put that into a charitable foundation.
Rob and Alana started the Katz Amsterdam Foundation 5 years ago. We strive to be a catalyst to eliminate inequities and increase opportunity for all. That's our mission.
It's just a credit to who he is. It's not about him. It's not about his ego. It's about the company. It's about our guests. It's about our communities.
Wow. First, I just want to congratulate all of the inductees tonight. It's really an amazing honor to be in your company. That said, I am disappointed. I think I speak for everyone, because I did think I was getting $500 from Pat Hamill. And so that's at least what they told me. I also want to thank the Denver Metro Chamber and Junior Achievement for this honor. And Junior Achievement, I think as we're seeing tonight, is an amazing organization all about mentoring kids to succeed in business and in life. And it's a terrific organization. It's obviously something I can totally get behind. And while I'm the person accepting this honor tonight and being inducted, it really is for everyone at Vail Resorts, and just amazing people who I've had the amazing privilege to be on this journey with. For now, it's about 33 years in all these various different roles. And as the video talked about, like while there has been a lot of change at Vail Resorts over the last few years, last few decades, the two things that we were really trying to do is, one, protect our company and the whole industry from these ups and downs and snowfall. And two is really invest in the people who work at Vail Resorts, and really try and create leadership and career opportunities for the almost 60,000 people that we have working for the company. And I am so thrilled that I have a small group of those folks here with me tonight who are celebrating. And in the spirit of Junior Achievement, what I have to share is that each and every person who's here with me, just like John said, is an amazing, critical, special mentor and teacher to me. And it was actually one of the most important lessons I think I took away as CEO, which was that I think when I came in as CEO, I felt like I was 39 years old, and a little like John said, yeah, like I thought, I had to have all the answers. But to be a successful CEO, you really need to understand that most of those answers are going to come from the people around you. And so for me, it was one of the great lessons in terms of really how to take a unique piece of insight or advice from every single person that was in my orbit. Now, in full candor, if you talk to the folks that are here, they might say that they were not sure I was always listening to them over all those years. And in truth, maybe I wasn't always fully listening. But over time, all those lessons really sank in. And together, collectively, it was really the greatest teacher I could have ever asked for. 2 years ago, I stepped down as CEO, and I was super fortunate to have someone take my place who is one of the most talented leaders I've ever worked with, in Kirsten Lynch. And I know that the company's in amazing hands with her at the helm. I'm also super thankful to Kirsten because I have so appreciated the extra time that I now have in my life from where I was before. But I totally miss all of my teachers from Vail Resorts. Now, the good news is I have two sons, 25 and 23, and they have completely picked up the slack. And they are now teaching me and pushing me and challenging me in all kinds of new ways. But by far, the most important teacher in my life has been my wife of almost 30 years, and an industry leader in her own right, Alana Amsterdam. Nowhere near enough time for me to share how impactful she's been to me. But the most important lesson that she gave me was that I could be a lot more than I ever thought when you and I first met. And for that, I'm eternally grateful, and I would not be at this event in any capacity if it wasn't for her. So what I'd like to do is really make a toast to all of our teachers, because that's what life is about, and that's how you succeed. Thank you.